Hi.
Alright, hello guys. If you're brand new to my channel, my name is Nikki, and this is my book nook. Guys, I feel like I start every video that way, but today we are talking about one of the best freaking books I've read this year. One of the best freaking books I've ever read. I feel like I've said that a lot recently, but honestly, I've been reading so many different genres and so many books hit differently, but I'm not lying when I say this is one of my favorite books I've ever read. We're talking about Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. Colleen Hoover, man. This is the third book of hers that I've read now. I am turning into such a total fangirl of hers. I've actually been a fangirl for a bit now. I found her on TikTok, and that's what made me finally start reading her books, even though so many people have been talking about them for so long. Whenever I started reading this, I posted it on my Instagram story being like, okay, Colleen Hoover, I'm ready for you to hurt me again. And she actually liked it, and I screamed. I audibly screamed when I got. So Colleen Hoover is in my DMs now, everybody. I know. Be jealous, but no, for real, guys. This book is ridiculous. It made me feel so many freaking emotions. I'm gonna not give away any spoilers in this video because, as always, if I'm obsessed with a book, I want you to go read it. And honestly, I feel like I can probably talk through this pretty well without giving anything super important away. But yes, let's get into it. So this book follows a girl named Tate. She is 23 years old. She has graduated from college. She is a registered nurse, but now she's going back to school to get her master's in nursing, and she has moved to San Francisco, where her brother currently lives. Her brother is a pilot, and she's gonna live with him for a few months while she's getting adjusted, getting a new job and all of that, whatever. So basically we see Tate. We're right there when she moves in on our first day. She goes up to her brother's apartment. He is away flying right now. And she sees there is a drunk guy passed out against her brother's doorway. She calls her brother and is like, I need help. There's a drunk guy passed out on your doorway. And he's like, what? Okay, let me call my neighbor Miles. He'll help you out. Lo and behold, Miles is the drunk guy passed out on the doorway. So Tate and Miles are not off to a very good start. That's how their relationship starts. She drags him into the apartment, puts him on the couch. He is belligerent, drunk, crying. He keeps calling her Rachel, and she's like, what is going on? The next morning he wakes up and he's kind of a jerk to her, where's my phone? And she's like, say thank you, whatever. So they kind of start off as enemies. They don't get off on the right foot. And so yeah, we're seeing Tate kind of adapting to her new life in San Francisco with this neighbor that lives right across the hall that she's kind of hates but can't deny that he's very attractive. You know how it goes. So things obviously kind of ensue between Miles and Tate. Yes, they kind of hate each other in the beginning, but they can't deny they're attracted to each other, and basically things kind of come to a head, and he's like, look, I can't ever love you, so if you're fine with this just being purely physical, we can do that. And she, at the time, honestly, she is working full-time as a nurse. She's in school. She doesn't have time for a relationship anyway. So she's like, yeah, I'm totally down with that. You know, we've all seen Friends with Benefits. We've all seen No Strings Attached. We know how it goes. It sounds like a basic story, but when Miles says he can't love her, he's not just saying, it's clearly deeper than that.
Okay, I totally forgot to mention this part, but once Miles and Tate make their arrangement, Miles is like, okay, if we're gonna do this, I only have two rules. You can never ask about my past, and you can never expect a future. Which, of course, Tate is like, sure, no problem. It's never no problem. You know how it is.
It's not just oh, I don't want a girlfriend. Something happened clearly in his life. So we start flashing back and forth. We're flashing from the present with Tate's point of view to the past, 6 years previous, Miles' point of view, where he first meets and falls in love with Rachel, the girl that he called Tate on the first night that they met. It's a high school romance, and he falls so madly in love with her, but that relationship obviously somehow ends in a tragic way because he is no longer with her. But yeah, we kind of are throughout the story, we see Miles and Tate having this relationship that's supposed to purely just be physical, nothing more, but obviously the longer, the more time they spend together, emotions get heightened, feelings come out, and Tate obviously, as you can expect, is wanting more, and he literally refuses to allow himself any sort of happiness. But dude, I love Miles so much. I see so much of myself in both of these characters, which I feel like is why I love this story so much. Like, I don't know, just like literally Tate reminded me so much of myself. We're literally the same age. The way that she just feels like she's like so busy, so like I don't know, whatever. I'm not gonna like out myself, but I just like, I saw a lot of like my feelings and outlooks on life and love and stuff within both of these characters. So it's like, as I was reading this, I almost felt like it was like the two, like the angel and devil on my shoulder that I constantly have like fighting each other. Like that was this book for me. It's beautiful. Like their relationship is so cute to see. I mean, it's spicy. Like Miles is so charming. Like I just love both of them so much. And like as it goes on, you're like, this book just made me feel everything. Like it made me feel so happy. It made me just feel like giddy. It made me feel sad. It made me feel confused. It made me feel angry. It made me feel pure agony. But like, I promise, like it's just all tied up together in a beautiful package. Like this might to you sound like such a basic like friends with benefits story. It's a lot more than that. It's a lot deeper than that, and it just goes a place you wouldn't expect, and it's amazing. I hope that I'm selling this book as good as I can. I laughed, I cried, I like, I literally finished reading this almost a week ago. I normally film my reviews like the day of or the day after I finish, but this one like just sat with me so much that I was just like, I literally stared at the ceiling for a few hours after I finished it and was just like, like pondering my existence, pondering life. Like it filled me with so many, I don't want to like give anything away, but it just filled me with so much, like so many emotions, you know, and I'm just like, oh, it's just great. Go read it. Steph Bower is like my favorite booktuber, and she forever talks about how this is her favorite book of all time. So honestly, thanks to her, because she's the one that like forced me to freaking read this, because she never stops talking about it, and it's totally worth it. It's my favorite Colleen Hoover book I have read so far. I honestly can't imagine liking one more, but she just keeps surprising me. Like each one just hurts me and makes me fall in love in different ways. I feel like her specialty, she has this way of like making you question your life. I just feel like I know I'm a person that's very like confident in my decisions, myself, like who I am as a person, like what I want, like what I would or wouldn't do, what I would put up with, like what I think I deserve, whatever. And she has a way of making you like fall in love with characters. Like she literally inserts you into these difficult situations where even though you'd love to say like, psh, this is what I would do, once you're like in the thick of it, you're like, crap. Like it's not as easy as you think it is. Like I felt the same way with It Ends With Us. Verity parts of it too, but like this book especially, like it's so easy to say you like wouldn't put up with something or you deserve more, but like she makes you freaking hurt and digs her claws in you, and it's just beautiful. It's so beautiful. If you have not read this book yet, literally go order it right now. What are you doing? I just love it. I love it so much. I would die for Miles. I would probably die for Tate too, because I love them both. But yes, that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon with another video, probably another Colleen Hoover very soon.